Hey, what's up guys, it's Josh here. Okay. I'm bringing a new video from Ark Survival Evolved, and today we're going to talk about breeding. Excuse me. Breeding is not something that I've done very much of in this game, but I still have the knowledge about how to do it and stuff like that. So I figured if you're new to this game, or if you know this game very well but you just don't know breeding and never done that much of it, then you came to the right place, my friend. So of course, I'm just gonna take you inside my very nice breeding facility that took me 2 minutes to make, because this is how it looks. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Because first step in a breed, in dino breeding, is to get 2 dinos from different genders to mate. So you put them in a small space, like I've done here with the raptors. You can see they are mate boosted when they have those little hearts above them. Very cute. Then you go in there and you put them on wandering, both of them, you know, just by holding like, okay, you know what, it's probably a little bit easier if I just remove this wall. You can just put them enable wandering and disable wandering. Now I'm not gonna enable it right now because it's just gonna wander off. It doesn't actually matter because I spawned them in anyways. But this is just to show you how small a space you need when you're breeding like smaller land dinos. You just need them to be really close. And out here I actually made a triangle behemoth gate version of that little square thing in there, where I have been breeding the gigas and I've been breeding the quetzals. You see some of them are a little bit bloody, and yes, I do know I have some gigas, because when I spawned them in I had to spawn a few until I got a female. But that's not very important right now. The reason I spawned these 2 is because I actually bred them, and I have the eggs in here, which I'm gonna show you in just a sec. But you know, when you breed them, they will be small, very red hearts above their heads when you put them on wandering in a small space. And you can go to the female and hold, and you'll basically see the same thing as a taming bar, just saying mating or something like that. So, when you got the eggs, bada boom, bada bing. This is a quetzal egg, this is a raptor egg, and this is a Giganotosaurus egg. And I have a reason for having these 3 eggs exactly. You see, the reason about this is when you have an egg, of course you want it to hatch at some point. If you don't want it to, if you just bred them and you're like, yeah, alright, I don't want to hatch the baby right now, you can just put them in a refrigerator and they will hold for 800 days. So I guess that's pretty neat. But let's say we were to hatch them right now, I would drop them in a location where it's either as hot as it needs to be, or cold. But for the raptor, it actually has to stay very common between 20 and 28 degrees, I think. And you can see right now it's 16 in here. But that's why I have the air conditioners, because air conditioners are just gonna, I don't know why, but they relate very well to eggs, and that's why I'm gonna show you this. Because if this wasn't being bred right now, you can see it says incubating. At the bottom of this it says incubating, and the egg is incubating and slowly going down, and when that hits the bottom, the egg will hatch and I will get a raptor. Very nice. But if it's not incubating, it's either too cold or too warm, then the egg health will go down, and that usually goes pretty quick if you don't have the right equipment. So what you need is, you actually only need 8. I'm pretty sure that it says that you need 6 to 8 air conditioners to be able to breed in all weathers. I think 8. I think 8 is the right number. But if you want to breed quetzals and you want to breed Giganotosauruses, then you actually need 12. Now I have 13 here, of course you can see. 5 on each row and 3 at the end. 13. But I'm just gonna drop these eggs because a quetzal needs extreme cold. Like, it actually has to be minus, I'm not really sure, but minus very much for this guy to be able to incubate. And you see this one is incubating, still going strong, and this one incubating as well and still going strong. And then we have the third one, which is the Giga egg. Very nice looking egg, and that one needs to be extremely hot. Extreme. Yeah, it's funny. What a joke. It has to be extremely hot, and it's still incubating. And that's actually only because I have all of these air conditioners. Now, you don't need to place them like I did, and they have to be in this little square. I just thought that it would look cool and make sense. It actually looks pretty cool while they're standing right here. But this is pretty much what it's all about. So when you get the baby, let's say I'm gonna leave them here. You can see this wrap egg is probably, yeah, it already went down. This is on normal speed, by the way. I haven't done anything to this on this server, so it will probably go a little bit faster if you manipulated this yourself, or at least you could make it faster. But this is on normal speed, and I'm pretty sure the Giga will take forever, and the Quetzal will probably too. But when the baby hatch, you got a baby dino. That's nice, but they have to be fed, and they have to be fed a lot. I'm pretty sure that kibble is still the preferred food to gain food if you pick the favorite kibble, but I mean no one has 1000 kibble laying around unless you've been cheating, so you better just go and get a big bunch of feeding trouches, and then you just need to be ready for the baby to walk around and eat, and you just need to keep bringing in food until it's juvenile and it's all the way done. So there's a lot of work in breeding dinos, and this is just a very basic starter guide on how to do so. Of course, the refrigerators are working fine with the eggs, even though they are fertilized, which is actually very nice, because if you're playing on a roleplay server like I am, people are very interested in buying very good dinos. So if, let's say you have 2 level 120 wolves, you're breeding the wolves, you have the eggs, but you don't have a buyer for the eggs right now, so you just put them in a refrigerator and they can hold for like 900 days. And there's probably someone who's gonna buy it within the next 2 years, 2.5 years, so it kind of makes sense. But anyways, guys, this is actually everything I wanted to show you. It's not that hard to breed right now. It only takes a bunch of time, and of course you need a bunch of meat or a bunch of berries or vegetables or stuff like that, but I guess you can find all the different information on the wiki if you need to know what exact food you need to feed the different dinos with. So with that said, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you could use it in case you didn't know, and maybe you learned something. That's at least what I hope you did. Yeah, have a nice day, have a nice evening, have a nice afternoon. Good night from Hilda, my little girl.